Wow, it's Thursday again. Chasing Heights, Almar here on Cracker Radio. Callum and Hale, Mikey D here until 9pm this evening. You right, Mikey?
Yeah. It's manic in here, isn't it?
It's been a tough start, hasn't it? Kicked off tonight with Frozen, Let It Go. I just had a feeling in the car on the way here that I wanted to...
Stop. Why did we play Frozen?
I wanted to listen to it pretty much, but I didn't have the opportunity to do so today before now, so I thought I'd start the show with it.
You felt that this was the ideal opportunity.
This was the right platform.
11 days before Christmas, on this very show, we open up, big intro, Frozen.
Yeah, I think it's what the people wanted. I got a message from TJ saying, positive start, boys. He wants to hear more of the same.
Really?
Yeah.
That's one listener.
That is the listener then, isn't it? So,
yes, because obviously nobody's listening to the show right now.
No, if you are, you can get in touch on the Callum and Mikey Show's Facebook page, of course. Go on there, give it a cheeky like, and give us a message, and we'll give you a big shout out live on Cracker Radio.
Now, since last week's show,
yeah,
I've had another complaint.
Another complaint?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not another one.
Yeah, so
yeah,
it basically said that we did the show rundown last week.
Mm-hmm.
People thought that we weren't being very creative.
What do you mean? We're the most creative people on this station, aren't we?
Well, we like to think so.
Yeah.
But
I thought it was a fact.
But nobody thought we were being very creative with our choice of show rundown.
Okay.
They thought it was very similar to a TV show that might have been on the air. I don't know. And they thought it wasn't appropriate for this very station on Christmas.
There were similarities to a popular TV show,
I don't think
I felt.
1-2% maybe?
Yeah, I think we've got away with it though.
So I thought on this week's show,
mm-hmm.
we do something a bit more in keeping with the current conditions
and the season.
As we thought I thought I'd play something more festive.
Okay.
So therefore, on to tonight's show, we have more festive fun and games to get you ready for the big man in 11 days.
To warm your cockles.
Yeah, that. So on tonight's show, Dan will try and tell you if you're having a white Christmas.
Oh.
As he presents, once again, the weather.
Is it bad, Mikey, that Dan's weather forecast is my favourite bit of the show?
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
We'll also have Alex Mackay. He will caress your ears before stuffing them with the latest in new music as he presents Artist of the Week.
I've been listening to The National. They're really good, actually, Mikey.
Well,
that was his pick last week.
That was his pick last week?
Yeah,
can't wait
great band they are.
To hear more from Alex on this edition of the show. We'll also have Alex Brown, the gift that just won't stop giving.
Alex Brown, the guy who came on last week and sung, what do you sing? Holly and the Ivy, was it? Or no, he sang some carol, didn't he?
But he'll be our feature.
He's coming back.
He'll be our feature-length guest tonight.
Brilliant.
On the show. And Ali Edwards, he'll be back.
Oh.
He's back after a week away.
Yes.
To make you rock around the Christmas tree.
Oh, is he singing tonight?
He's singing with his latest rendition of a festive classic.
Oh, that's something to look forward to, isn't it?
All that and much, much more as we provide you with a cure for claustrophobia. That's tonight on the Callum and Mikey Show.
We're here till 9.
Callum?
Yes?
That's tonight's show.
Yeah, no. Oh, sorry, I fell asleep during that. Yeah, so thank you for that, Mikey.
I thought it was different, better.
It was, yeah, it was different, yeah. Whether or not it's going to be a permanent feature.
Well, hopefully, going into next week's show,
I think we need something a bit more arousing, as it were.
Are you the person writing the email that always comes into our inbox?
Maybe. No, maybe not. Anyway, let's go back to some music and we'll argue it out. We'll sumo wrestle, find out who's right. Okay?
I'm not sumo wrestling you.
Why not, Mikey? I'm wearing a nappy.
As if you haven't heard enough of me, it's Mikey here telling you that you are listening to a pre-recorded show. Unfortunately, due to some copyright reasons, we cannot play you all the songs from the original broadcast. However, we have subtly swapped out the music for artists who love to remind us of their name before, during and after a song. Thanks again and enjoy the rest of the show.
It's Charlie Puth. How long? This is Cracker Radio, the Callum and Mikey Show. Thank you for tuning in, wherever you are.
Say that name again, please, Mikey.
Charlie Puth.
Charlie Puth.
Puth.
Okay.
How do you pronounce it?
I hadn't heard of him before, so...
You remember last week when we played Camilla Cabello? I said Cameo.
And I said Cabello.
Yeah. And we had literally a message to say that we pronounce it wrong.
Yeah, from Camilla herself, wasn't it?
Yeah. if you like.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, well, we got a packed show tonight, as you probably heard in the rundown. We've got a feature-length interview coming up in the next hour.
I've just read Alex's bio.
Yeah.
Into, like, information about himself, and I'm absolutely buzzing for this interview. It's going to be electric, I think.
It's interesting, isn't it? That's one way to describe it.
It's an infilling insight into how his mind works, and I think that we're going to expand upon that later on in the show. Yeah,
we hope so. Mm-hmm. Do you know who Alex is? We didn't either until we put this interview together, but you'll find out more about that after 8 o'clock this evening. Now, I've got something for you, Callum.
Oh, a surprise?
Well, kind of.
Okay.
On this show, we try and be as slick as possible.
Yes, and we always are.
Well, we try.
Yeah.
We try our very best.
Yeah.
We have to. We've done this for a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
But how many times do you think we have where there's like an awkward silence? Like we can't think of anything. We're out of stuff. You see? Like that.
I'm just trying to think, Mikey, of the last time that happened.
It's happening now.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't realise that.
So, I have a contingency plan.
Yes.
Right? So, just in case...
Mm-hmm.
In case we have these kind of situations whereby we haven't got anything to say,
yes,
right? I have what I like to call a get out of jail free card.
Okay,
right. Check this out.
So can we have a conversation and like there'll be an awkward silence?
What you want to practice this?
Yeah.
Okay. So Callum, what have you been doing today?
I don't know, Mikey. What did you have for breakfast?
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination, and when he's tall, he's what we call a dinosaur sensation.
I think this works for any situation.
I don't think it's a hit, Mikey.
What?
I really don't. Why have you even been looking at Barney the dinosaur videos?
No, because the thing is, look at what's happened here. It's kind of eased the awkwardness in the studio.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to think of other things to say. It's great.
I might use that at networking events at work now, see how it goes down.
You should do. I think that's a great idea.
Oh, we'll see, Mikey.
DJ Khaled! DJ Khaled! DJ Khaled! DJ Khaled!
MGMT Kids, followed by MK17 here on Cracker Radio. Callum and Mikey here until 9 PM tonight. And yeah, Cracker Radio. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant radio station. And it couldn't be done without the generosity of the people of Rugby. There you go, Mikey. Thanks for turning me up. So yeah, if you haven't done so already, make sure you come down to the Cracketeria in the Rugby Central Shopping Centre, formerly the Clock Towers Shopping Centre in the town centre here in Rugby, Warwickshire, where you'll be greeted by... lovely, fresh, homemade produce if you pop by during the day. And if you're lucky enough to be invited along in the evenings, you even get a hot meal. So, yeah. Other ways you can help the charity is by going online to www.cracker.org.uk. And there you can find out all the amazing stories of the work that Cracker does, such as this story here, which Mikey's going to play now.
Rugby Christmas Cracker is supporting Fashion with Heart Creations in Bangalore, India. Their vision is for the advancement of education amongst vulnerable young people worldwide and the relief of poverty. Fashion with Heart are on a mission to provide dignified training and employment opportunities for vulnerable young people, empowering them with the personal and professional skills to overcome their poverty. Rugby Christmas Cracker was founded on the belief that education and training are essential and invaluable tools for empowering underprivileged individuals and their communities. Supporting Cracker this Christmas will help bring these aims and beliefs to reality through Fashion with Heart Creations in Bangalore.
Snow Patrol, Chasing Cars here on Cracker Radio. My favourite ski instructor band plays that song, does a lovely cover of it. They're called The Shambles and they play at a ski resort called Soldeu in Andorra, and it's brilliant. It gets like...
Why are you plugging them? Are they paying you at all for anything?
I have a Shambles fan t-shirt.
You're a fanboy?
Yeah. I've seen The Shambles at least 7 times because they play every Tuesday night and Thursday night during the ski season, and they are brilliant. I well recommend going just to Andorra just to see The Shambles, let alone skiing.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure. Yeah. I'm not a big ski fan myself, but I'll take your word for it.
Your parents went travelling though, didn't they, yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, blender.
Yes, it's the annual sounds, or the weekly sounds of the Callum and Mikey show. It's a blender.
Yes.
And you can win that. Well, Alex can win that probably later on. So, yes, my parents have gone off. They're now somewhere in India. They did say they listened to the show last week.
They did?
Spoiler alert.
Your parents listened to the show?
I should have a klaxon.
That is the most...
Where's my klaxon?
That makes this the coolest show in rugby. If your parents listen to it...
Next week I'm going to have a klaxon if they listen to the show this week.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Mikey D'Souza.
Hi. Anyway, so yesterday they made me drive to Gatwick Airport to drop them off.
To Gatwick Airport, so from Rugby?
Yeah.
That's probably about 2 hours?
It's 130 miles, okay? So they made me drive all that way.
Yes.
Okay. Firstly, I get up in the morning, okay, I get to their house, and they're not ready to go.
Yeah.
Annoyance number 1.
Yep.
Annoyance number 2.
Very annoying, that is.
Right. I had to dismantle my car to fit all their luggage.
I can imagine they're not light packers.
They're not. They're very not. I swear they've got 2 suitcases which are as big as me.
That's not very big, but...
And next annoyance, okay,
yes.
I said, right, Dad, which terminal are you going? And he said...
Of course, there's the north and south at Gatwick, isn't there?
Yeah. And he said, Gatwick. I said, all right, great. He said, no, it's the usual terminal. What does that mean?
It's 50-50, isn't it?
So I had to guess which one it is. I got there and I said, right, okay. I found out it was the south one. So I got to the side and I said, right, where's the usual terminal, Dad? Does it say that on the sign? Yeah.
You can get the monorail between the 2 terminals.
Yeah, but he could have just told me which one and I drove there.
Yeah.
And then when I got there, I was needing to go to the toilet.
Oh, dear.
I spent 2 hours driving, and I knew I got another 2 hours in the car to get to work. So I was like, all right, can I just leave this here just temporarily and tell me where the nearest toilet is?
No, mate.
No, mate. You're going to get it towed. Just tell me where a toilet is.
They're very pernickety about that in
tell me
drop-off
about
areas.
Tell me about it. But I battled all that, and I got to work, and everything was hunky-dory, and then I collapsed, and I got late for work today.
Yeah, you said you woke up at 17 minutes past 9 this morning.
I literally had no sleep the previous...
you've had a lie-in this morning while the rest of us have been slaving away. That is terrible, Mikey.
To my credit, right, I wasn't supposed to be in work today.
What, so you just went in?
I was asked to come in the other day, and I was like, okay, sure.
Mikey, you need to hold out for more.
From who? From my parents?
No, yeah.
They don't know where they're going.
Yeah, taking you for a ride, Mikey.
I'm surprised that they even got to India. I don't know if they got on the right plane.
They could literally be anywhere right now. Have you seen Mikey's D's mum and dad anywhere in the world?
I'm going to be putting posters up.
Yeah.
And they say where they're going. Goa.
Notice. It's the Outer Brothers. Back in the room. Ready to rock the world with the boom. So I hope you can stand the vibration. Cause we're about to rock the entire nation.
Duke Jamont, real life here on Cracker Radio. Callum and Mikey through to 9 p.m. this evening. Good evening, rugby. Coming up in the not too distant future, we have Alex Mackay. He's going to be introducing his Artist of the Week. Can't wait for that. And then we've got Dan with the weather, my favourite feature on the show. That's coming up just after 8 p.m. However, now it's time to return to a feature which made its debut last week, wasn't it, Mikey?
Yeah, you see, no, I wasn't really planning to do this again.
But it was got such a massive reaction, didn't it?
It did get such a massive reaction. We addressed this on Callum and Mikey Extra this past episode. If you haven't seen it, go to YouTube, check it out on our brand new YouTube channel. And basically, we had a load of people turn around and say, "Where's our shout out?" I had a minute of this music, and I crammed in as much as I possibly could. So, by popular demand, we're bringing it back for a second week.
Are you ready, Mikey?
Okay.
Take a couple of deep breaths. Listeners, listen carefully.
Can I just say, if you're on a nervous disposition, you might want to turn this down and don't see the show.
I say turn it up full whack and, live a little.
Right, okay, it's now time for more Sandstorm shout-outs. So, firstly, big shout-out to Jessie, major fan of the show.
Hello, Jessie.
She loves the tunes. She loves Mikey D. And she thinks the pair of us are major G's.
Does she now?
Hashtag, can Callum come to the pub tonight?
Yes, he can.
Keith and Sue are listening in Dunchurch.
Hi, Keith. Hi, Sue.
They wanted to ask a question for Alex Brown, but they're more curious why I haven't done a cheerleading cheer. Answer, give me an N, give me an O, give me a P, give me E. It spells not a chance. And finally, Amanda has been on. She says young Lewis, who's a month old, are listening. They're both listening to the show right now.
Hi, Lewis. Hi, Amanda.
Amanda is loving the show tonight as it's putting Lewis to sleep. Hashtag Santa Baby. What?
Wow. That was intense, Mikey.
I've got issues with that one, that last one.
Why?
Putting the baby... Our show is putting a baby to sleep.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Because, I thought we were entertaining. That's all.
No.
I thought we were doing a good job, but clearly we're putting babies to sleep. That's our demographic.
I'm just changing the playlist now, Mikey, because you've given me inspiration to play this. We haven't played the Christmas song this week, have we?
Oh, no.
This one's for Lewis. How old is he? A month?
Yeah, a month. Just over a month old.
A month old.
Our youngest ever listener.
Yes. It's Santa Baby, Kylie Minogue.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree.
This is a Missy Elliott one-time exclusive. Come on! Is it
Tonight.
Hope you enjoyed that, Lewis. Hope you're not snoring too loudly and keeping Mummy and Daddy up.
Yeah. I'm still a bit offended.
About what?
I'm still a bit offended that we're putting children to sleep with this show.
Like, do you know any, young parents, Mikey?
Well, clearly.
Because people at work, when they have young children, they constantly complaining they cannot get their baby to go to sleep. And so us putting Lewis to sleep is, fantastic for the parents, isn't it? It's a service we could offer to all parents in the country.
Do you think we can come up with some kind of advert and market the show towards young babies or young parents?
Sending them to sleep.
Yeah. Send them to sleep with Callum and Mikey. Something like that.
Yeah, I think there's a market for that.
You draw up something.
Yeah.
And then we'll play it next week.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that, Mikey.
Yes, the expert marketeer that you are. Now, that's possibly next week, depending on how bothered Callum is at creating content.
Of course. That's always a big question mark, isn't it?
But let's talk about this week. Alex Mackay will once again do Artist of the Week, but he's had a little bit of a problem with this week's choice, because
oh dear.
Normally he would record this on a Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, but unfortunately, because of the weather conditions and everyone's been in it, he wasn't able to get to the studio to record this week's piece. So, what he's doing is he's actually in the studio live. We can connect to him, hopefully.
Yes.
And we can hopefully get there. There might be some interference, there might be some delays, but hopefully, Alex, if you're listening, you can take it away and tell us this week's Artist of the Week.
Hey guys, cheers for having me back on. Alex Mackay here with another Artist of the Week, and this week it's...
Whoa, before you get started, I have something to say. You know what happens? When a stupid idiot interrupts a handshake between two old friends.
Alex, where are you? Alex, I think that was an avalanche.
Right. You think, or you know?
I think that was that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I couldn't really make it out in these headphones, but...
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, should we go... Do you want me to get the spade out the back of my car and...
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination, and when he's tall, he's what we call a dinosaur sensation.
Sorry, I thought that was appropriate. We couldn't think of anything.
I don't think it was appropriate.
What? He hopefully is okay.
Yeah, should we go and check out, go and make sure he's alright? And
I think this is the most appropriate song of all time.
Yeah, let's play this song, and then let's fingers crossed. I'll go and look for him. I'm coming for you, Alex.
Tinky Winky,
Tinky Winky,
Dipsy,
Dipsy,
La La,
La La,
Ho.
Ho.
Disciples on my mind.
Alex is on my mind.
Yeah, I haven't quite found him yet. I hope he's going to be alright.
I hope so.
He's under a lot of snow.
It was a big avalanche.
Anyway, you're tuned into Callum and Mikey here on Cracker Radio through to 9 p.m. this evening. It's been alright, hasn't it, for the first hour, Mikey?
Yeah, it's flown right by.
You enjoyed it? I enjoyed the Sandstorm shout-outs.
Yeah?
Yeah, Baby Lewis, massive respect for him listening to the show, even though he's only a month old.
Yeah.
That's commitment, that is.
I would say, thanks for listening, but he's asleep.
Yeah, we won't waste our when I say waste our breath, I mean that nicely. If that's even possible. So yeah, coming up in the second hour of the show is going to be Dan's weather forecast. Will he actually tell us the weather this week,
You're
Mikey?
very much looking forward to that.
I can't wait for it. And then it's going to be the hour-long, in-depth interview with Alex Brown. And then we're going to have some Christmas carols. Oh, it's going to be so good, isn't it, Mikey?
Cracker Radio. Great music for a great cause.
Thank you very much, and it's now time to go over to our resident weather centre for some more weather with Dan. Dan, take it away.
This is weather. Hello, and welcome back to the Newport Pagnell Weather Centre. I'm Dan with the weather. Now, audience, I know how frustrated you are with me, as I have thus far failed in my insurmountable objective of accurately predicting the weather. But fear not, for I have gathered the tools that will aid me. In front of me, I have a My First Weather Kit, suitable for ages 3 and up. So, without further ado, let's open it up and see what it says about the weather this week. Instructions. I don't need those, I'm male. Firstly, rainfall. It's some sort of bottle thing. There's no water in the bottle, so no rainfall is predicted. Now we have a spinny, cloudy thing with a angly thing, which apparently means that I have wind. Cute, they have a tiny thermometer thing. I shall call it Freddy, after Mr. Mercury himself, and might I say, it's looking pretty cool. So, that's the weather for this week. Back to you in the studio. Oh, I didn't hurt myself this week. Sarah will be pleased.
Oh, that is the best joke we've ever had in the show, Mikey.
Well, which one?
The Freddie Mercury joke. It's brilliant.
I must say, once again, we've had no weather on the weather.
Yeah, but he told a gag. It made me laugh.
But he's still no weather on the weather. Come on.
Come on, Mikey, you've never made me laugh.
Right, here's the thing. In his contract, he said we cannot fire him.
No, we can't fire him. He's brilliant. He's the best part of the show.
Look, Dan, if you're listening, wherever you are, we need the weather. Otherwise, we'll terminate your contract next week.
I do have one small qualm to mention with Dan.
Okay.
He missed some quite big weather, didn't he, in the last 7 days?
Because of him, we missed the big snow. If he told us about the snow, I would have been more prepared.
Yeah. Instead, you were stuck in your flat, weren't you?
I was.
Without any food or...
It was like an episode of Survivor.
It was. I'm surprised you even made it, Mikey. You've lost so much weight since it.
You're being sarcastic, aren't you?
No.
We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, we're the monkeys!
Zara Larson, I Would Like, here on Cracker Radio. Callum and Mikey with you until 9 p.m. this evening. We just had the weather from Dan. Thank you very much for that, Dan. I think it's absolutely brilliant, and the Freddie Mercury joke, I'm going to say it again, is the funniest thing I've ever heard on this show on Cracker Radio. So congratulations for that. Anyway, coming up in the next couple of minutes, we're going to have Alex Brown live in the studio, a feature-length interview. Mikey's just prepping Alex, making sure he's not going to say any naughty words again. So we'll be back after this with Alex live on Cracker Radio. Stay tuned, it's going to be brilliant.
If I'm introducing myself to somebody, I'm like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? My name is Jason Derulo.
Live from Rugby, this is Cracker FM.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination, and when he's tall, he's what we call a dinosaur sensation.
That wasn't an awkward moment. Anyway, so welcome back to the Callum and Mikey show, and you're tuned in for what is going to be an epic interview of epic proportions. Last year you might have heard Ali Edwards being featured on this show, so we thought we'd try and go one better. So, just to kind of set the scene, I'm just going to start off with this introduction. If I had to select a few words to describe our guest tonight, tolerable, sensible, witty, and interesting are words I wouldn't use. 25-year-old Alex Brown is not a man who has attracted any level of fame or earned a celebrity status, but a number of interesting experiences that are well worth talking about on tonight's show. And Alex joins us live in the studio. Hi, Alex.
Hello, I'm here. I'm worried.
Why are you worried?
Just I don't know what you've got in store for me, that's it, really.
Well, it's... Well, there's nothing to be worried about in this show, you know. You heard last year's interview. What was your thoughts on last year's interview with Ali?
It was pretty funny. I thought it was a little bit, ever so slightly harsh on Ali a little bit, but it's just banter, isn't it, I suppose? Well,
you know, this is all in jest, you know. Hopefully you'll have fun. Now, for anyone listening to this show right now, if you go over to our Facebook page, The Callum and Mikey Show, go there. I think Callum has put up something, or he might put up something related to this interview. Get in the conversation, let us know what you think, and as well as that, we'll be taking questions at the very end of the show. And he's also in Social Media Corner coming up with intellectual and intelligent questions to ask during this next hour. So, you know, this interview is all about getting to know you, so it's time for a feature that's all about getting to know you.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me, getting to know you, putting it my way but nicely. You are precisely my cup of tea.
And if anyone's listening to this, please, can I have a cup of tea? Anyway, Alex, this is getting to know you.
Yep, go on then.
So, simply put, we have 15 questions.
Okay.
And you have 3 minutes to answer all of them.
Oh, wow. Quick fire.
Yeah, pretty much, okay? Some of them you're going to know.
Go on then. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
Yeah. I guess so. Ready as I'll ever be.
Let's play Getting to Know You. What is your name?
Alex Brown.
What is your star sign?
Taurus.
Name 3 hobbies you enjoy.
Comedy TV shows, football, and pub quizzes.
Do we count comedy TV shows as a hobby?
Yeah, watching them.
That's
I
not a
said
hobby.
Watching them. It is.
You can't have watching TV shows.
Oh, okay. I'll have watching football. That's what I'll be. Watching Cov City play.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Playing and watching is different.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's move on. Tell us how many mountains you have walked over.
Countless, to be fair. A lot, to be fair. Mostly in the Lake District. I've done some in Wales, and I've done some in other places as well, but yeah.
Name one destination you would like to go.
Ooh, that's a toughie. I say I'd like to go to Denmark, only because Malcolm Remedioff, if she's listening, said we might be going to Denmark in the new year, so I want to go there.
Tell us about your dog and give us an interesting fact about her.
My dog's name is Ella. I think she's 2 years old now. She's a pastel terrier. And interesting fact about her would be... Ooh, don't know. Sometimes she holds her nylon bone up with her paws, which is quite funny to watch.
What are your favourite TV shows and who are your favourite characters?
Probably my favourite TV show. I like comedy stuff, but probably my favourite thing is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Absolutely love that show. It's hilarious.
If you were a video game character, who would you be and why?
Oh, that's really hard. I guess I'd probably be Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, because he's quite hard. He's quite hard, man. I guess that.
And
that's
you count
what I'll
yourself
say.
as a hard man, yeah?
No, but I just like him. He's like quiet and he's quite reserved, but he knows what he's doing, kind of thing.
What do you do?
What do I do?
Yes.
I'm a section leader at a supermarket.
Who are you?
I'm Alex Brown.
Finish these lyrics to Robbie Williams' Candy. The bush is high, but in the hole there's water.
I genuinely can't remember that now.
It's, you will. She'll be the whole of the law. What are your bank account details?
I don't like to tell you that.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
Don't know, really. To be honest, I haven't got an idea. That's the problem.
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled? Yeah. Another one.
Why do you like Coventry City?
Because they're my hometown team. I was born in Coventry.
And that is... time. Oh, there you go. I think that went well.
Oh, I did. It was stressful.
So there we go. 15 questions, 3 minutes. We passed somewhat. I'm still not saying that watching TV is a hobby.
Well,
but
it is. Everyone does it.
It's not a hobby. Callum, you're over in Social Media Corner. Have you got a question to ask Alex at this point?
Yeah, you had 15 questions. I only have one, Alex. It's okay. I was just wondering, your hair looks lovely tonight, by the way. What product do you use on your hair?
I don't use any product.
Is that natural?
That's natural.
Who cuts your hair then?
Bailey's in rugby.
Bailey's in rugby.
Yeah, shout out to Bailey's.
Massive shout out to Bailey's.
Other hairdressers are available.
That's true. That is true.
Is that your question then?
Yeah, that was my question.
Fantastic. Okay. Well, please make sure that you get your comments in. We might read them at the end of the show. But right now, it's your first music choice. Why did you pick it?
It's a song I really like. I heard it at work once, and I couldn't figure out what it was. It took me a while. And then, yeah, just really like it. It's a really, really good song. It's 21 Pilots, Stressed Out.
Asbo Britain, the sound of the streets coming through your aerial. Big nasty, all over your.
Don't be a muppet. Listen to Cracker FM.
And if you muppet, you would also say the wrong station. Welcome to Cracker Radio. It's the Callum and Mikey show. We're in the middle of an interview, a feature-length interview with Alex Brown. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. And also keep your comments coming into our Facebook page, which I'm sure that Callum has now put up a post about this interview. So let's move on, Alex.
Yep, go on.
Okay, so you have a history with actually this show.
I do, indeed.
Yeah, and you also explored a little bit about your acting skills.
Yeah, which they are terrible, to be fair. I was
Now-
really bad last time, because I had no idea what the Breaking Bad thing was, so...
Just to give you some kind of an idea, before Callum and I joined forces once again on this very radio station, 5 years ago, believe it or not, we did a show on here, and this is a clip of
Who are you
what happened.
talking to right now? Who is it you think you see? Do you know how much I make in a year? I mean, even if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears. It ceases to exist without me. No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I'm not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that's of me? No, I am the one who knocks.
See?
Terrible. My voice is really high in that as well. I hope it's deeper now.
Well, the thing is, that was 4 years ago, and
oh yeah, there we
it's
go.
5
that's why.
seasons. But yeah, there you go. That was you perfecting the Breaking Bad scene.
Well, I didn't really know what it was, so I couldn't really do it properly. But still.
But you did a good job.
Yeah, I did
I
an
felt.
alright job. Yeah.
Now here's the thing. That clip has got two things that made me think when I was putting this interview together. One, because when I'm driving home, okay, I spend most of my time in my car, and by the time of day I end up driving, I end up listening to some house music, some club music, yeah. And this song actually came on, and I thought to myself, hang on a minute, this is quite good, but it reminds me of something.
I am the real thing, so you better move over. Unleash me, I'll bring fire. I am supernova. Here come the full force. Bad girl, take over. I am the mighty soldier. I am the mighty soldier.
So that's Mason, DJ Mason, with a track called Rhino. Now, I think that's a pretty good tune. Callum will probably say otherwise. What do you think?
That sounded alright, to be fair.
Right, okay. So I remember listening to this the other day, and I thought to myself, I can subtly edit this and improve it. I think you're going to like this. Play it.
I am the real thing, so you better move over. Unleash me, I'll bring fire. I am supernova. Here come the full force. Bad girl, take over.
I am the one who knocks. I am the one who knocks.
That clip of you from a couple of years ago, that's what it reminded me of.
That's alright. It was pretty good, to be fair.
I think
like that.
I can think we can remix the entire song with that.
Why not? I'll have to redo that bit though with my deeper voice. Do it properly.
You've grown up now.
I have grown up a little bit, yeah.
So that is that. That's one thing. So the other thing as well is you've got this want and this need to do some acting things. Is this something that you would want to do going forward?
Not really, though. To be fair.
Even as a part-time thing?
Oh, I could if I wanted to, I suppose. But, yeah.
So, well, here's the thing. Knowing what happened last time and knowing that you've improved your skills to pay the bills, I, personally, believe it or not, I have written a scene. I have written a scene for you to act out on tonight's show. Okay? And I might have thrown a few kind of impressions in there. Okay, because I know you love impressions.
Yeah,
okay?
I do.
This was carefully constructed about an hour before this show. So I hope you enjoy this. So so you've read it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's very random. It's quite a good little story.
Yeah. Do you
really
think
random? And I don't really get it, but it's good.
It's like Spielberg.
It is. It's quite good.
I've channeled my inner Spielberg.
Yeah.
So are you feel ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready as I'll ever be.
We've even got a kick-ass track to go underneath this story. So you're going to narrate it, and you ready?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Okay, take it away. Here we go. Hang on. Here, listen to this. Oh, it feels wintry.
Right. One winter's day, young Luke and his dad ventured out into the snow. As they left their house, they could see acres and acres of halls covered in unblemished snow, and its effect had silenced the usual hustle and bustle of everyday life. As they continued to venture out, they saw a curious man in an ice cream van. He must have heard Dan's weather forecast, but the sight of the van made them walk towards it. Suddenly, a man appeared in the van and, without hesitation, looked at Luke and asked, "Would you like a popsicle?" Luke could see that his father wasn't happy, and they moved on. Luke was sad and questions his dad on why they moved on so quickly. his father stopped walking immediately, looked reassuringly at him and started coughing. But eventually he was able to get out the words. "Luke, I am your father." Luke felt much happier at this point, but before they could carry on, the apocalypse happened. The sound of war exploded all around and Luke and his dad dropped to the floor for cover. They thought it was the end, but like any good action movie, Tom Cruise was... I can't read this, Mikey, what does that say?
Parachuted
into the battlefield, flanked with the A-Team, Kit from Knight Rider, Sylvester Stallone and Barney the dinosaur. Luke and his dad stayed on the floor until a set of army boots stopped right by them. When they looked up, they saw Arnold Schwarzenegger himself. Before either of them could digest the magnitude of the situation, Arnie shouted, "Get to the chopper!"
End scene. I thought that was... What do you think, Callum?
I really enjoyed the background music.
I thought that was an amazingly written piece of drama, aided by the soothing words of Alex Brown. I think it's a round of applause.
I did all right.
Come on.
I won't get a job on Jack and Ori, but it was all right.
Okay.
To be fair, that's going to be used against me in the future now. I know that for sure.
Why do you think that?
I know what you're like, Mikey.
It's not like I took something from the past and edited it with something that's quite modern.
Yeah.
Callum, you're in the corner of social media. You've got another question?
Well, yes, we've got something coming on social media, actually. Someone's saying, can Alex come on the show full time and replace Mikey?
I would be happy to do that.
Oh, brilliant. That's good, then. That's actually come on Facebook. And anyway, I've got a question for you, Alex. Who is your favourite, Callum or Mikey? That's the question
don't ask me that.
Everyone wants to know the answer to.
I'm going to get a slap off someone.
Come on, I'm going to have to press you for an answer, Alex. Just remember that time.
I haven't got a favourite.
Just remember that time I got you something in Weatherspoons about 9:05.
We haven't got all show. Come on.
You know what?
On Thursday, the 14th of December.
I'm gonna have to say Callum at the minute.
Yes, perfect. Right, what's your second song, Alex?
Second song is Kings of Leon, Use Somebody. They didn't have the one I wanted by Kings of Leon, but I will say that. I've dropped them in it. But yeah, this is still a good song, so yeah, take it away.
Kings of Leon, Use Somebody, right here on Cracker Radio. We still got Ali Edwards. He'll be doing some more caroling later on. But now it's time to go back to the interview with Alex Brown. Alex, you're still here.
I am still here.
You haven't left.
No.
This is amazing.
That says volumes, that does.
We've had some feedback, so thank you very much to everyone who's been commenting on Facebook, even if you're asking for me to leave. So thank you. So in this next section, we're going to be talking about you.
Okay.
As we have done all night, to be fair. But more specifically, your relationship with your own father.
Yep, shout out to John Brown.
Yeah, hopefully he's listening. Hi, John.
He's an absolute
wherever
legend.
You are. So, here's the thing. You know this. I know this.
Yeah.
I talked to your dad.
You did.
So, it is now time to play a game. And it's called...
What's up, John Brown?
Say... This is What Does John Brown Say?
What the fuck say?
It's quite simple how this works.
Okay,
go on. I've asked your dad a couple of questions. I asked him 10 questions.
Okay.
All you got to do is match his answers. It's simple.
Pretty good, actually. I like this. It's a bit like Mr. and Mrs. So not Mr. and Mrs. because that'd be creepy.
So, I've asked him 10 questions in total. You just got to match his answers, and if you win, you win. What does he win?
A blender.
A blender.
Oh, nice.
You win the blender that's outside this studio. Are you excited for
straight
this?
on eBay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's crack on with the questions. Okay. First 5 questions, there are multiple choice options. Okay. If you could name one skill Alex could most improve on, then what would it be? Options are driving, washing up, cooking, or singing.
No, for a fact he'll say washing up. 100%.
Singing. Because he almost thinks he's a really good singer, but
his voice isn't. It's okay, but it's not that good. Today he was singing the latest Killers number. He was singing it, and it driving me mad.
So you love singing the Killers?
Yeah. And the funny thing is, well, actually, I won't spoil anything. So, carry on.
Right. Okay. If a TV show was to be made on Alex's life, which of the following actors would play the part of Alex? George Clooney, classy, timeless, and a hit with the ladies. Arnold Schwarzenegger, manly, physically well built, but has difficulties with speech. Tom Hanks, ordinary on the whole, but like a box of chocolates, you never know what you'll get. Or was it D, Noel Edmonds, loved by the older audience, but is a bit weird?
I don't know what he's going to say in it. I reckon he's going to say Noel Edmonds.
The last one, Noel Edmonds.
There we go.
Loved by her, but a bit weird.
Thanks, Dad, if you're listening.
Not really, no. I just think that would be the most likely.
There you go. It's the most likely option is Noel Edmonds.
Yeah,
he doesn't
to be
think
fair.
you're classy or a hit with the ladies or physically well built. So there you go.
I don't think the older generation particularly like me that much either.
Well, next question. You both go on holiday every year, but if you could only choose one destination for the pair of you to go for the rest of your lives, which of the following destinations would you choose?
Oh.
Would you choose Magaluf, because that's where you get on it? Disneyland, because it's a magical place. Lapland, because Santa lives there. Or Diggerland, just because?
Ooh. What was the second one again? Sorry.
Second one was Disneyland.
I'd say my dad said Lapland. I'd like Lapland.
I suppose Disneyland, really, because we're all Peter Pans. We never really grow up, do we? So Disneyland would be perfect for us both.
He prefers going to Disneyland.
I don't think it'd be perfect for us both.
So what have you got? You've got one right so far.
Right, yeah.
So next question, the final one of this section. Alex is moving out shortly. What is the first thing you'll do with his room? Is it make it the dog's bedroom, make it a man cave, turn it into a cinema room, or dedicate it to the art of Morris dancing?
I think my dad will say that I've turned it into the dog's bedroom.
Probably turn it into the dog's bedroom.
Any particular reason why?
Well, she's always up there sleeping on his bed anyway, so...
Always go the whole hog.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, you got that one right. Okay,
Wow.
Final question. I actually made a miscalculation. This is the final question of the multiple choice. You and Alex are at times a double act. But which famous pairing best describes the pair of you? Is it Ant and Dec, entertaining jack of all trades? Mel and Sue, funny, smart, with no soggy bottoms in sight? Will Smith and Jazzy J, street cred, style, and the skills to get out of any situation? Or Adam West, Batman and Robin, camp, leotard-wearing friends with groovy dance moves?
I don't know why, but I reckon he'll say the last one. But I'd say we're probably like Mal and Sue.
Which one are you going for?
I'll go for the last one. I don't agree with it, but I'll go for the last one.
Batman and Robin, I think. If I'm Batman and he's Robin, he's the young, isn't he? He's a boy, Robin. So that would be really good.
Have you seen him wear any form of leotard?
I've seen him in strange costumes. Yeah, these were all for different events. I think the Halloween one, it was like a monster, a bit like a werewolf, and like a white coat, and so he looked like an extreme mad professor. An experiment that had gone wrong.
I don't know where he's got that from. It sounds like a bad nightmare he's had.
Apparently that's what you wore. Right. Last 5 questions, quick fire. Okay, so the answer is either you or your dad.
Okay.
So, who is the... right. Who has the better taste in music?
Me.
But he would definitely dispute that.
Okay, remember the idea is to match.
He'll probably go for himself then for that.
So
he thinks Alex.
So you match with that one. If you were Alex's age, who would win in a penalty shootout?
Me, definitely me.
Alex, definitely.
Who is the more handsome, I think, is the next question.
Well, that's me, obviously. I'm much more handsome.
All the ladies at work, as I say now, how good looking he is, And I said, yeah, but he takes after me. And they said, yeah. But they all said he's a good-looking lad, so I'll say Alex.
So he's agreeing with you there.
Cheers, Dad. A bit creepy, but cheers.
Who has the better chat-up lines?
Probably me, but I'm bad at them anyway, but I think my dad will be even worse.
Hang on, so which one? What are you going for? What are you saying?
I'll go for me.
He's got no chat-up lines. He hasn't got a clue how to talk to women. Definitely me.
Okay, so your dad disagrees. And who is your dog Ella's favourite?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I reckon me.
Oh, definitely Alex. Every time.
So there you go. Looking at, I've totaled up, and I haven't got a score for you, but you didn't win the blender. Unfortunately, that must stay for next week's Cracketeria a la carte that's going on next week.
That's
so you
fine.
don't win that.
I've got one at home, don't worry.
So, we're almost coming to the end of the interview, but you've got another song selection. Oh, actually, yeah, we've got another song selection.
This one goes out to my dad because I know he doesn't like it. It's Man by The Killers.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination, and when he's tall, he's what we call a dinosaur sensation.
That's The Killers, The Man. This is Cracker Radio, the Callum and Mikey Show. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are. It's just gone 8:48. We've still got Ali Edwards. He's prepping himself, he's limbering up, and he's going to be singing another festive carol at the end of the show. But we've got the end. We're coming to the end of the interview with Alex Brown. Alex, have you enjoyed your stint here on Cracker Radio?
Yeah, it's been all right. It's been mildly embarrassing, but not as embarrassing as I thought it would be.
I want that in writing as a review for the show. Can we get that, Callum? Okay. Now, Callum, as we know, has been over in Social Media Corner, and he's been taking any questions that you've had wherever you are listening to on the show tonight. We've also got other questions from other listeners who they've sent in to us. So let's play that question, the first one, for Alex.
What would be your ideal holiday? And when you move out, what would be the first thing you do?
So Amanda, thank you very much for listening to the show. She asked, "What's your where would you like to go on holiday, and what's the first thing you're going to do when you move out and into the big wide world?"
I don't know what my favourite holiday would be. I'd like to say I'd go somewhere mountainous and hot. So maybe like somewhere like Europe, somewhere where there's mountains and it's hot. I don't know where, but the Alps is cold, I think, isn't it?
Netherlands would be alright. Have they actually got any mountains there?
No.
Well, drop me in on that one.
What's the first thing you're going to do when you move out?
When I move in, just sort my bedroom out, really, get it all set up.
Okay. Next question comes from friend of the show and Smuggy T himself, TJ.
Alex, it's your bestest friend in the whole wide world, TJ. A little question for you regarding the board game that you play, Pathfinder. Obviously, you bail on some of our plans to go and play it with your Asda chums. So what I wanted to know is, what's your favourite part of the game, and what would you say is your biggest strength?
A favourite part of the game is when things go wrong, because it can get quite funny. Because you have to like roll a dice, and if you get like a 1, then something really bad happens. And it's quite funny because the person has to tell you what's gone on, and they can make something up, so it can be quite funny sometimes. And I don't know what my biggest strengths of it would be. I guess I think outside the box sometimes in that game.
Okay, we've also had another question from Adam, who couldn't send his as a voice message, but he's got it written down for me. So he says, when you first... Well, this is mainly addressed to your dad. When you first watched your son play football, whether that was in school or junior team, were you impressed by what you had seen, and what areas of his game did you think he needed to work on? As your dad's not here, I'm going to go for the next best thing. Ali, you're in the studio. I want you to contribute to this. Okay. You heard the question.
I did.
Okay. What's your reaction to when you first saw Alex play football?
It was alright.
he's got a lot better since last time I was on the mini Fran Kirby, is what we referred to him. We all love him. He's an absolute ball of a player.
I'm alright now, but yeah, he used to be quite bad back in the day. It was amazing.
Thank you very much for that. Alex,
I'd agree with
Ali, have you also got a question for Alex?
I do. How would you describe our relationship, Alex Brown?
It's like being a married couple, that's what everyone says. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad.
And when he says our relationship, he means himself with Ali. I believe you're moving in together, so congratulations.
I do love Ali to bits, to be fair. He's a great lad.
And Callum, you got some questions?
Yeah, I've got a couple prepared for this moment. After last week's Carol on the show, have you ever considered going on the X Factor with Simon Cowell?
No, I'm not that good. I don't think I'm good enough for that.
Really? We got a lot of positive reviews from that, so would it be something that you would consider in the future?
I maybe might consider it, but yeah. I don't think I'd be amazing. I'm not the best of voices. I'm okay. As my dad said.
It's Steady Eddie.
Steady Eddie indeed.
Yeah. And my last question is, what's the furthest you've ever been from home?
Ooh. That was
Dunchurch?
Barcelona.
Barcelona?
Yeah, we went to Barcelona, didn't we? So that was last year.
Oh, brilliant.
And that's all the questions.
Yeah, that's it from me.
Okay.
I know a thing about Alex now.
Well, that's the end of the interview. Thank you very much, Alex, for coming in.
Thanks for having me. It's been all right. I enjoyed it.
We've got one more song selection from yourself, and then we're going to be right with Ali Edwards. Introduce it.
We have got Blink 182 with The Rock Show, an absolute banger.
You're listening to a recorded version of the Callum and Mikey radio show. If you like what you have heard so far, then please make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel and follow us on Facebook for our latest content. Also be sure to check out some of our other videos, including Callum and Mikey Extra Episode 3. This was recorded after this edition of the radio show, and you'll be able to see and hear more of Alex as well as his uniquely hilarious laugh. Blink 182, The Rock Show on this. Thank you very much for Alex for turning into for being our interview feature-length guest on this episode of the Callum and Mikey Show.
Yeah, it's a good interview this year, wasn't it, Mikey?
Yeah, I think that was very good.
Yeah,
Feedback's good.
No one got too badly embarrassed, so that's always a bonus, isn't it?
It is. But I'm afraid that's it. That's the end of the show tonight.
It is. It's absolutely flown by, hasn't it? We've only got next week left, haven't we?
I know. It's the finale next week. So please tune in next week where we're going to have the weather. We're going to have hopefully Alex Mackay if he's all right.
Yeah.
We're going to have Ali's carols.
Yes.
We're going to have the Mikeys.
Yes.
We also have a feature. We have an interview with the voice of Leicestershire, Rupal Rajani. She's also going to be on the show next week.
Oh, I look forward to that. And most importantly, I'm choosing the music next week, aren't I, Mikey?
Apparently, the higher ups have told the producer of the show that he needs to relinquish control of the music.
Yes.
And therefore, Callum is in charge. So you said you were going to put a post up and take requests from the listeners.
Yeah, I can take requests. Happy to do that. I know we'll get all the normal ones. Gabrielle Applin, Taylor Swift.
Gabrielle Applin?
Yeah, we get Gabrielle Applin requests every week.
Only one person is requesting that right now.
But we get that every week, don't we, Mikey? And we need to make the people happy.
Well, that's what's happening next week. So in the in-between times, please go over to our Facebook page, give us a like and comment on the show. Tell us what you liked about tonight's show. Also go to the Rugby Christmas Cracker website, rugbycracker.org.uk, to find out all about the good work that we're doing. As well, go and subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can find out new episodes of Callum and Mikey Extra, which you haven't been on.
No, I'm not a feature on Callum and Mikey Extra, am I? But you can watch the videos by just going on YouTube and searching the Callum and Mikey Show.
Are you going to be on it next week?
No, I don't want to be on. I do radio because I'm ugly.
Don't get sympathy votes now.
I don't think you're ugly, Callum.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Right. Shall we go on a date, Alex?
He's already taken by the man that's coming on the show now.
Oh yeah, sorry, I don't mean to trample over everyone.
So,
causing all sorts of problems, aren't I, Mike? Yeah.
Please welcome back to the station, Ali Edwards.
Hello.
Ali, you weren't here last week. We've addressed this on Callum and Mikey Extra, but you're here to sing another festive song.
I am indeed.
So, thank you very much for tuning in wherever you are. I'm going to leave it to Callum. Callum? You're Callum.
I'm not singing.
I'm going to leave it to Ali to sing us out. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, bye.
Watch out.
better watch out. You better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list, he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Into town.